It is time now for game number 3, powered by Intel. The action starts, the plane is in the air. Let's join Matchroom and Pansy to get this thing started.
Let's get into it then. Just flying straight over Severny, heading on down towards Primorsk. This is a little rough for anyone out towards the Milta side. Any towards the east, it could be a little bit of a longer stretch, so we might see some backup drops being dabbled with. And yes, the desk did highlight a couple of underperformers as well, a couple of teams, just a bit of a question mark. And I'm glad they highlighted Liquid because, look, as much as I am normally, you know, all for Liquid, and I want to see them do well, it has been a very, very quiet day, and highlighting, I think it's what, only 8 kills so far? I've seen them have games where one of those players has 8 kills. They are too good to be sitting average. That's just something I don't want to be seeing with these sort of teams. And yeah, you could say positioning and what have you, but I need to build a little bit more. I need that fire to be burning. Roll it back to the Liquid that terrifies the lobby. Show me a little bit of that phase magic that just, again, can destroy anyone in front of them. Imagine you throw into that Buram, convert that aggression in towards maybe executing late game, because we've seen them individually, just hyper powerful teams. Matchroom, who do you want to start seeing maybe pick up the pace a little here?
Most notably, it was a good game, last game for Gen.G, but we haven't been seeing a lot of big Gen.G standout moments, and this circle.
I'm going to say Dang-Shi's going to swing on this. I reckon he's going to have a fair crack at least one of them. I don't know how much he's going to do from there. Yeah, freebie every day of the week. All of his. Alo goes down. I flush even, maybe. If that nade's good, that could have found it. Pio's got a freebie as well. Speaking of, now we get to find out the conclusion. Well, I say freebie. Indigo's hit the deck. Maybe there's still a chance. No. Swift execution. Pio right there finds him, and now there is a red alert ringing over towards the Longwood saying we are not alone here. We've got a company. Get towards each other. Let's kind of stack up. As down one Kia, what do they do in this? Do they back away? Maybe that's their best bet because it's nowhere near as safe as they had imagined.
T1 becoming the aggressors. Luke trying to get the spray. Does manage to get one of them down to 19 life. Doesn't manage to get the second. Reinforcements not in a good position for shoot to kill. It means the fact that this is going to be T1 getting firm control over this position.
Freaka Freaks continue forward. They finally receive some fire, but out of the car, Peekaboo. Oh, Tixu's not loving this. Pulled up straight there. Oh, that's devastating.
Freaka Freak says this is ours. Diggory does get some vision. Manages to get the knock onto one of them, but that's going to have to surrender that position. Ince doesn't have the time to get back over through that open area without potentially taking another casualty. Instead, they're just going to try to deny the res, maybe try to get the flush onto it. Akari has to reposition away from it.
They've got themselves well set up. Zenith have got Punage kind of as their outlook, their kind of scout to keep track of anyone coming past. Good spray, not enough to get the kill though. Does a fair crack of damage between them, but now look at this mass migration.
Furia with a solid defense instantly stops 2 of the members coming out from Afrika Freaks. Zenith has their own trying to encroach over towards them. Liquid manages to roll through the gauntlet, runs the gambit, and gets into position. Now it's a very scattered fight across these different compounds. You can see Hanzia off towards the east. Then it's just getting a little bit more spattering. Ince opted into making a play over here as well. So Furia, while they got the opening knocks, they got the downs, there's just too many people that have crashed along their lines.
Oh no, if FaZe go into this, they're turning in. They're going towards Afrika Freaks' side. But yes, there is another being added, and Gustav gives himself up here, tries to pull in, but it's going to be Hanzia waiting, pushes out, tries to find this, dips out, gets... Oh, he gets a dirty flush on Gustav. He's just taking names. There ain't no points to that. He's just being nasty. Now, Afrika Freaks do go down for the 16th place, and FaZe do take over. Now, they are living right alongside Furia, Ents, Daytrade, down 1 with a long old rotation, but I guess the south is pretty available in comparison to other areas. Liquid start to kind of show a little, you know, LG Divine in the vehicles. They were pretty far towards the north. They're going to start sending it towards the south. Heading on through. Where do they pull up? This might be a bit of a crash as well, and they decide to go past T1. Okay, Jun gets the flush. A little bit of a spray. The drive-by, man. It is wild right now. And they're going to continue forward. It looks like they're going past the FaZe area. They might be pulling towards Liquid. Oh, God. Pray for Liquid right now. The pull-ups have been deadly. LG Divine, do they dip in? It looks like Turtle, JN, they're going for it. Here comes the drive-by. Clip's gone down. The nade comes out, but if a trade comes in, Liquid managed to stay alive for now. They've got the flush on 2. They need a little bit more. Levi's is still standing, as is Turtle. Ibby looks towards it. He's got a potential res that he might want to get towards Clip. Oh! Damn, Levi's just absolutely belts Mexi with a shot. James is there, finds Turtle, so it's now one left standing, and it looks like Tiggleton sends a little gift from Sonic saying, "Don't worry, boys, we'll be there soon." Furia, I think I just saw their fluorescent yellow in the vehicles. They're running past Tiamba. You can see it now. Yeah, they're just making it past. So they've disengaged away from that mad compound. Where the hell are they going to go to? Down the main road. Penta's going to see this, but he wants none of that. Look toward Liquid? No, they've gone further. Gen.G's compound? Okay, maybe just the ridgeline. I guess that's it. And now Zenith are in all kinds of trouble. They've got a artillery strike just on top of them. Nades being lobbed down. And I'm still seeing Burram very much in this. They're building towards late game. The flash is now coming in. This is the go signal. This is them going forward. An M200 just absolutely destroys them. Easy work for M200. But now Tiamba under pressure from Burram. They're starting to see some of the vision on this already. Edie's found Lorena. And actually, it's going to be Ensom FaZe starting to clash.
Nordra's positioning off of this had the potential to do a ton of damage, but it doesn't look like they want to firmly commit. With everything that happened inside that Zenith fight, it's just going to be Lin Shun that's playing back behind. Nordra might opt into committing to this, but remember that Burram still has to move. Sonics is going to be just to the south of them and providing a little bit of harassment. This fight going on between FaZe and Ints looks like it's still going to continue for a little bit, and it's going to be Squeaky going for the peak, finally gets taken down. Narrowly surviving that one's going to be Uba with just 2 members up. Finally winning out this firefight. Furia going down, Ints going down, and only 2 members of FaZe going to be walking away. Just to the south of that position is going to be Day Trade that could potentially provide some harassment back over towards FaZe. A lot of our stragglers towards the west now starting to creep in towards those flatlands. It's hazardous to say the least, but Buriram, they've got the probably hardest approach out of anybody right now, as they have several teams that are already fortified and waiting for them to make a move.
Yeah, I'm looking at Gen.G already kind of establishing their escape plan from that compound. PO's already left. You've got Mime engaging towards Burram. That's towards the east. So Uber just hits Lin Shun, apparently. He's playing a different drive-by meta. And there's the first to fall already. You can see the rest of the team, though. Burram in the vehicles. Fuzzface catching one of Tiamba on the way past. He needs another one, though. He's going to get it. Good work from Fuzz. Keeps himself cool under pressure. And another drive-by on the back of the buggy. Does someone want to count the drive-bys in this? I mean, hello? How many are we having today?
It's just what you got to do. You were talking about before, Pansy. Sometimes you just got to send it. And a lot of these teams are opting to send it with style. That was a very good play coming out from Zhang. We have to be careful because of the fact that it's going to be Day Trade that could have vision off that position. And yep.
But I'm looking towards the rest of the map. Sonics I want to throw into the mix. They've got 4 standing, well geared up. Not too many dangerous fights. A couple here and there, but they've mostly been the aggressors. They've been defining the fights. FaZe now get a new opponent coming their way. That's Burram. Uber, still on the case. No worries to that. Kanaxi, tagged up and thrown away. Shrimsy finds it. Sonic sending out gifts to EU teams everywhere. Now, the flash does come for Clib, so shows a little bit of presence. And Uber sweeps through God Meow. So that's Burram done. Down they go. FaZe control the north, but only with 2 of them. Sonics, I'd say, will shuffle in quite comfortably towards the east, but Liquid are on the other side of that swamp. The south side, I'd still say, is pretty unresolved here. My eyes are on Gen.G. How do they approach this? They've got a lot to deal with in front of them. They've now just heard Furia popping off. They'll know that they're on towards this area. Kale, I think Kale's dead, so he's out of the equation. It's just, what did Gen.G do in this approach? And Sonics are going south.
I apologize, guys. I missed the rotation with the last remaining members of Fury to get down into the southern position, but it's not going to be good for them. We got Rusty Zero and Raspu and a hazardous point. As you can see, Gen.G is now moving forward, but they have to be careful. Sonic's also trying to find an angle to play from this, and Gen.G is trying to scare them away, but not quite confident in it yet. That's why we're hearing near on no firefights right now. It's the hazardness of peeking. Whenever you try to go for some type of angle, see what's going on, you try to get any information, that's whenever you're going to have a ton of teams potentially taking shots at you. So you can see Gen.G trying to get that information. They've already got their smoke walls down, looks back over towards Mime, gets the knock onto him, and this is going to be real rough for the last member of Sonics, as there's no clean path to approach from. And it looks like Gen.G just says, screw it, we're just going to go back over here. We already know that you're weak, and Tig's trying to hold the line up, but not going to be able to get anything out of it. Gen.G gets a nice, easy reposition onto it, and now the last remaining member for Furia caught up back behind those barrels and nowhere to go.
And while that happened, FaZe got a knock on Liquid. I don't know if they've got the res yet. It looks like they're on the case. But FaZe kind of forced down from north to south. They want to start building towards the center point on this. And FaZe have some very scary players alive. Uber and Fuzzface have been noted to go pretty big, but they are in such small numbers compared to everyone else in this lobby. And Gen.G keeping how many alive? 4. You got Daytrade, 4. Liquid, 3. And Liquid, sadly, are just being smothered in smoke, trying to keep himself safe from this bombardment coming their way. They're going to have Gen.G breathing down their neck, unless Gen.G goes for something mad with like a vehicle or something out of the ordinary. You can see Daytrade's Remainder trying to get, well, not Remainder, one of the players that's pushed across the road, getting close towards Gen.G, trying to maybe be an insurance policy, but there goes Penta. We're down to our final 4. Big names in this. Liquid, FaZe, Gen.G. They are some heavy-hitting teams here, so expect a quality end to this. FaZe in the north. In the south, we have Liquid, Gen.G, and Daytrade. Daytrade have now put 3 players in this southern position. I feel like they're getting very close to maybe trying to deal with Gen.G. However, Gen.G have great vision on Liquid, and Liquid being kind of, everyone's eyes are being thrown towards them. Clib's looking vulnerable. Yeah, he's gone down. PO has the way better angle. That could be the go signal to push this. If you've got a flush like that, you've got to capitalize while you have the chance. Daytrade are about to start pressuring you. You heard that nade just come in. You've got to push this.
You can see that the little bit of terrain ahead of this means the fact that it is too hard for Daytrade to find the angle into it. Gen.G is just rolling through this. Liquid gets eliminated so quickly off of that initial knock.
Uber starting to work his way forward. Fuzzface as well. They're being kept alive by these smokes. Once they dissipate or fade, or a good nade maybe finds its right place, they could be dead in the water. Banking on the fight to begin between Gen.G and Daytrade, and if Gen.G overly focused towards FaZe, they could have a terrible surprise on their hands.
Uba, Fuzzface trying to creep forward. Vanonica goes down. That's the hazardous point, and now FaZe could potentially find something, but they're so up against the wall right now, trying to creep forward. Can they get anything with it? It's going to be a shot that comes out from PO to get the drop onto Fuzzface. That means that FaZe now has 1 member up. Gen.G has to end this fight quickly, because the longer it goes on, you can see that everybody up at the top of this. Daytrade is trying to find a new angle. Uba starting to come alive, knows PO's positioning, moving forward, but there's just too many angles, and now Gen.G knows where the next threat is. You can see the high ground where Daytrade is trying to play from. It's so difficult, but Gen.G is going to exploit it so fast. They roll up the hillside, starting to toss out smokes, starting to throw out utility. Poochoo's trying to find out if he can hold this side angle. Remember, numbers are firmly in the advantage of Gen.G as they're creeping up. It's been a quick exchange, though. 3-3 now up, and it's going to be another quick pickup coming from Gen.G. They got denied last time, but it doesn't look like they're going to get denied this time. It's going to be Flash on the outskirts, playing along the smoke, seeing if he can make a play for it up against Esther. A quick peek through the smokes. Flash gets spotted out, and there she is. Finally, Gen.G takes her out.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last y'all. I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn.